It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career. That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it, because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Finds his man, it's Demario Douglas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. Second and 6 coming up here. To the air yet again, May. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the gun, it's May. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Baringer to do the honors. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. That his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Christian Barmore with the play.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Prescott here from the gun. He lofts it deep, right sideline. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10, Prescott. Dumps it off to his running back. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Toss play, short side. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. George Pickens the touchdown. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. This return makes it up to the 25. New England taking the field, its 2nd series of the game coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 29. Short pass brought in. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's May. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. May now from the gun. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Punt meets him at the 28. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. First down, here's Dak. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Running for the marker on 2nd. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and short.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Pats will take over. They motion a receiver left. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Maine looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. May now. He'll get this to Henry. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Cavante Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Throw complete to Lamb. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now we're on the counter. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They give it to him again. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Brian Anger on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The New England offense running out now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, here's May. Finds a man, right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Made to throw it. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. On the move, headed right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, but he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Going play action, May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And it'll be their football. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun is Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Prescott here from the gun. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Dak throwing again. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and 4 coming up now. Another throw for Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown, Dallas. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Patriots back on offense late in the first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Cut by Diggs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll come up first and 10. From the gun, it's May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So second down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. To the air yet again, May. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. That one intended for Demario Douglas. And that brings up fourth and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Receiver in motion, headed right. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a veteran quarterback, Dak Prescott, who had it working in the first half. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the third. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. It's an option right that begins this drive. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Third and a lone yard coming up. Now Dak to throw. Getting out to his left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Completed here to Pickens. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Lone back gets the handoff. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 31, it's caught, Ferguson. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Five men in the secondary for the Pats, 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, I don't even know sometimes what it means to bow up, but that's exactly what the defense did. I do know this. It means stopping that offense in critical situations and forcing a 4th down. Now we'll get to see whether or not this offense wants to gamble.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's about 43 yards for him. Gay's kick is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently, because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriots running their offense out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. First down throw for May. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a New England first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To the air on first down, May. Completed over the middle. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. May now from the gun. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes again. And just how they teach you. He gets a chunk of yards and slides down at the end to protect himself. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 4. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
May on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Design bootleg here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's May. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Patriots sending the field goal unit out for a try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the gap closes to 14 points.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Returning in from the 16. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They've got first down from the 31. First down, here's Dak. Hits his running back. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Plowing up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers.
We're going to get a second look at this. Jerron Mayo disagreeing with the call and throws the flag. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, they'll run. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Third and just 2 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st and 10, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's not let that sack take away from what's been a really impressive day by this line. No sacks allowed up to this point as they built this lead. Now, they just got to make sure it's only one. Can't let that first sack be the harbinger for more.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Dump off caught by his back. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Patriots in the nickel for this third down call. He's going left on the option, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. Run play only gets back to the line, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force fourth and long.
So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. Gay's kick is good, and that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here's New England, ready once again on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air. It's May. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. So now here's 3rd and 5. May. Complete. It's Bourne. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. May looking to throw. And a man is there to knock that away. Could not beat the defender there. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
May trying again here on 2nd. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's May. Over to Douglas on the sideline, caught.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. May throwing for it. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A give now from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Back to the well again. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Dak now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys, well, they can probably just run away and hide. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly for his offense to get a 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. May now from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Henry on the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, here's May. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Here's May. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only 1 field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.